Very, very bad. Hey! Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
It is great to have you here on the Bourbon Blend. Thanks for tuning into our show. My name is Jay. This is my wife, Courtney.
Yes, my name is Courtney.
We've been married a while.
Yes, very long time.
Married 27? I forget how many it is.
26.
I'm not good at math.
26 so far.
Yeah, and together 32. Almost 33, though. Right?
It's been long enough.
Yeah. Feels like 100, huh?
Feels like a blessing every day.
Thanks for jumping on our channel tonight on a Thursday night. We got a lot coming to you, with you, for you tonight. We are also joined by our friends Becky and Cuz from across the street.
Hi.
Cheers.
Word, everybody. Hi.
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 They're not actually from across the street right now because we're in my mom's house.
In the mom's house.
Yeah, it's like Wayne's World. Remember in Wayne's World where they're like broadcast from like a nondescript house in the suburbs? It's kind of like what we're doing. We do come to you live.
Excellent.
Excellent. Party time. Woo, woo, woo. We do come to you live from Montgomery, Alabama. That's where we're at. That's where we are staged. I don't want to say exactly where in Montgomery. East Montgomery. But anyway, yeah, so we got a lot of good stuff. We got a whole list of stuff for you tonight.
An agenda here from Mr.
And
Tate.
the first thing on the agenda is welcome to our show, which I think we already covered, right? I want to welcome you to the show.
I want to welcome you. I'm glad you could show up.
I think you're having a great hair day
Thank you.
today.
I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Nice earring day.
Oh, nice earring day. Sorry.
You got 5, I think, in that
I
ear.
do. I have a lot now in that ear.
Courtney added another piercing recently.
3.
You added 3 recently?
Yes. No, I added 2 recently.
Oh, okay.
So I have 5. 1 for each decade.
I thought you were 40.
Yeah, well, of course, then just plus one to grow on.
We do have some legends in the Chisel Chazzle tonight.
Yes.
Colleen, one of our absolute favorites that we ever met on any of our trips anywhere in the Caribbean. Colleen and her outstanding husband Joshua
They're a bunch of legends is what they are.
Probably some of the best Uno players that have ever Uno'd.
Uno'd.
And somebody somewhere was asking her a question about Uno as if she didn't necessarily know what was going on, and I was like, "No, not that she's going to be rude about it. She's just, it's like, have you ever played Uno Generations?" And I'm sure she's like, "Yes, I played it when it was a prototype, guys." T-Roy Tiger in the house. What up, bro? Casa DP?
Yes.
He reports to you, Miss Courtney. He's checking local 3 tomorrow evening about Atlanta meetup. More to follow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are in negotiations to have a bunker event in Atlanta.
Yes.
Which would be... Did you hear something on the roof or something?
Santa Claus here?
Banged the
you
couch.
did that. Word. Okay.
Santa Claus is here.
Okay.
Santa.
So we do have legends, T-Roy Tiger among them, and we're very fired up. We have literally almost 18,000 people on here. So.
We did have more. We've already lost folks.
Well, they were like, God bless, man. That guy's hair. I don't know what to tell you about him. We usually like to start the show off, at least since our reboot the last 3 weeks, with some Auburn chatter because I am, by day, an Auburn reporter. I run a website called auburnsports.com.
I'd say it's more by night. You work more at night.
Yeah, by night I'm an Auburn reporter and message board moderator, and I have a deep affection for Auburn insofar as Auburn makes me money, and I feel like it's my job to pull for Auburn because not enough people in the media do that.
War Eagle.
The Auburn Tigers are now 17-4. They beat Vanderbilt pretty badly last night, honestly, in a game that was close for maybe 30 minutes-ish. It wasn't close. Auburn was up 10 or 12 or 13, and we're just kind of dilly-dallying, and then. Boy, the last 9 minutes, I believe, it was
Vanderbilt's just awful.
Yeah,
they're just terrible.
They're bad. I mean, they're just terrible.
It's really sad.
Missouri's terrible and Vanderbilt's terrible, and that's just the way it is. 6-2 in league play now. Auburn. I'll have the standings up in just a second. Auburn is either tied for second, or they're right there. They won the game 81-54 last night. Shot 11 of 16 from 2 after the break. So this is something I've been harping on a lot. Auburn is a really good 2-point shooting team with Janai, with Jalen. Chad Baker-Mazzara, they can get the ball inside and score, and they did that last night. That is a very good percentage.
We talked about last week that they were struggling from three-point line, so let's go inside and score some points.
I know, exactly. And Janai is just so efficient in there. He had another great game, 16 points, 11 rebounds in 24 minutes. I want to say he was 7 of 9 or 7 of 10 from the floor.
Can take that.
Which is pretty good. Auburn was plus 11 rebounding last night, which is something they haven't been doing well lately. They got rebounded very badly in a loss to Mississippi State over the weekend. But turned it around a little bit last night and played a little bit more physically. Denver Jones, you see there, 19 points for him. That's kind of a breakout game for him. You know, he was Courtney's pick to click this season coming in from FIU.
For sure.
So 19 points is great. He hit his first three-point attempts last night, and he was really hot. Here's where it got a little thorny for me.
There wasn't much else going on.
I don't know how you can play 20 minutes or whatever he did. And he had 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 everything except points.
It sounds like a ball hog to me.
He ain't really. I don't know. I mean,
I know, but that's what it sounds like if you look at that.
He's a pretty active player, actually. Defensively, he's a huge benefit. And Auburn, as Casa DP is talking about in the chat, had 21 assists on 28 buckets. So that's pretty good.
I'll take that.
And the turnovers were a little high for Auburn, but it was 13, I think, which is high for Auburn, but that's not an unreasonable number in a general sense.
The important stat is not up there, and that's how many buckets they scored after an immediate bounce pass. I need that
That is your
stat.
favorite kind of bucket.
That is my favorite kind of bucket. Is a really efficient, strong, assertive bounce pass and then into the hoop. I love it.
You like a chest pass?
No, I like a bounce pass.
It's because there's a picture in one of our yearbooks, Trancy, of you doing a chest pass.
Yeah, there is.
I think the ball came from like right in here, and you just.
I did. I collected the ball and then put it in the.
Hey, OTAG says it's about time we get some boards again. OTAG, I wasn't sure about who you were, bro, because back where I'm from, OTAG means something different than what you might think it is. But anyway, I'm glad to have you again, brother. Again, pretty comprehensive win by Auburn to win by that much. Again, I thought they were outstanding for the last 9 minutes. I don't know as though BP was exactly stoked about how this game went. I think he would have liked to have seen a little more intensity in the first half. But they will certainly need to pack their lunch this weekend. They're going to the Pavilion at Ole Miss. And the Rebels have been playing pretty good basketball, Chris.
They have been.
Let's take a look at those SEC standings brought to you by Nissan of America. I'm just kidding. It's not actually. The standings show Alabama Crimson Tide atop the board at 7-1. Their only loss to Tennessee, and they beat Auburn 79-75 about a week ago, I guess. They've now won 3 in a row, and they are looking really good. You know, they played an incredibly difficult non-conference schedule, and I think when they came into the league at like whatever it was, 12-6 at one point, or I guess it was less than that. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, they lost 5 games." Yeah, they were playing like everybody good. They played Purdue, for God's sake. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but Purdue played Northwestern last night, went to overtime.
Really?
They had 38 more free throw attempts than Northwestern. Yep. It was like 8-45 or something like that. Oh my God!
Wow.
The coach had an absolute cow.
That had been the longest game ever. If there were that many free throws.
He did get ejected at the end.
He got ejected, but you know what I liked about it is that he got ejected, and he certainly got his pound of flesh, as the kids would say. But on his way out, seriously, on his way out, he congratulated Matt Painter.
Yep.
He gave Zach Edey a hug, and then waved to everybody as he left. I thought it was very friendly.
Pumped up the crowd on the way out. Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Friendly.
He was pumping up
Very
the crowd.
friendly ejection.
He got his money's worth with the refs.
He did. He let him know how I felt about him. So interestingly, Alabama leading the league, but then South Carolina of all people is right there at 6-2, along with Auburn.
That's not gonna last long.
I don't know, man. They're playing some good basketball right now.
I don't think so.
Did you see where? Okay, when we were kids, Chris, B.J. Mackey was the star point guard for South Carolina. They now have a guard named B.J. Mack from Wofford. No relation. Obviously, the name's different, but
yeah, it's funny how those things work out.
Yeah.
Just
it's
coincidences.
crazy. Every time I hear him talk about B.J. Mack, I'm like, oh my God, I'm great. It's bringing back memories. So South Carolina and Auburn are there 6-2 and pouncing distance, I guess you could say. Auburn's got to play at Ole Miss this weekend, I should say, and Ole Miss has been playing some great basketball. Tennessee just lost last night at home to South Carolina, which shocked me a little bit. I don't remember. Ole Miss beat State, maybe? I'm not sure what they've done here lately. Kentucky lost to
Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were up big
That
on
wasn't very
Florida,
big.
and the Todd Golden fighting Golden.
And then they just pooped all over the place.
fought it back into overtime and beat them in Rupp, man. That's pretty ballsy right there. Georgia had a big lead on Alabama early Wednesday, and then Alabama surged back and took that one back from Georgia. Those little bullpups getting a little big for their britches there. Texas A&M just kind of mediocre. LSU, State, Arkansas got a win the other night, and then Missouri and Vanderbilt are just trash. I don't know what else to say. They're not very good. No, they're not good. They're not good.
Just not good.
So again, Auburn's got the Ole Miss. I don't know what Bama's got this weekend. I bet Chris knows.
They have Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. It's going to be a physical ball game. I can tell you that. Mm-hmm. Those guys are bruisers, and Tolu Smith's our age. It's crazy how long he's been playing basketball. So, other news from Auburn: they did hire a defensive coordinator, DJ Durkin.
Okay.
Former head coach at Maryland. He's also worked recently at Ole Miss, Florida, and Texas A&M. I don't know how you feel about DJ Durkin. You know, he's embroiled in some controversy at Maryland.
Yeah. I've seen some not so kind comments, I guess you could say, based on that. But,
Yeah.
you know, you can't get away from that stuff these days.
Oh, you mean like
The comments.
comments? I was going to say,
not
you
saying-
can probably get away from having your players die.
Stop.
Probably.
I'm talking about the comments.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's a big deal. He stepped foot on campus, let's see, today's Wednesday afternoon. Mm-hmm. Made his way to campus, and he is now just getting to know his staff and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's a good hire. He's a guy that has coached a lot, had a lot of successful efforts defensively. He made improvements on Florida's defense. He made improvements at Texas A&M's defense for sure. And I have a feeling that he can do that at Auburn as well. He comes highly recommended by some of the people that Hugh Freeze considers the true swamis of college football. I'm not going to say this person's name, but Chris and Becky know who it is because I told them it's a secret.
Yes.
It's a
So
secret.
don't say a freaking word about it.
It's a secret.
If I so much as hear you say Lou Holtz,
Our lips are sealed.
Us
What are
and
these
the
other
Go-Go's.
comments on here, Doug? Find these other comments on here.
it's Coach Corso. Oh my God, there's a bunch of comments here. D Lucky's in the chat tonight.
D. Lucky.
Oh my God, we have royalty.
Yes.
D Lucky.
Yes.
Amazing. He's just seeing what's popping, really. Cassidy P says Hugh is going full WWF heel roll, and I dig it. That is kind of true, though. Honestly, man, I think a lot of people are on board with DJ Durkin. It was just some bunker people that caused a stink that made it look like there was a lot of people who weren't cool with it, but I think most people are fine with it. And then Don Properdicken,
I mean, my long-lost cousin.
coming in from Maastricht, Holland, part of the grand tradition of the Properdicken family.
Yes.
That goes back 200 or 300 years.
Yes.
They're in southern Holland, and good people. Don, great to have you here, brother. He says, good evening, Tates, bunker folk, and random
Boozers. I love it.
Hey, you got any chapstick over there?
Of course we do. Never go anywhere without it, Jay.
Our intern isn't doing shit tonight. Hey, she shouldn't have to do this.
We pay him so much.
It's $5 a week.
Look at that. I got it too, Jay.
Cassidy P says, secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. Is that a story from our youth?
Perhaps. We were talking about our youth on the way over here.
Yeah, we were talking about our youth.
About how Jay was such a slayer of ladies.
Yeah. I did fine. I don't know.
Sure
I don't know
you
why
did.
you sit there and mock me
I'm
for
sure
it.
you did. I'm sure you
why.
did. Very, very lucky ladies. I'm sorry, girls.
Anything else we need to talk about Auburn-wise? We got basketball. We got the Ole Miss game. We got DJ Durkin. The staff is full. Trevon Reed did go to UCF. He's going to be reunited with Coach Gus.
Goose.
Glad to have
Goose.
Trevon. He's pretty good. Gus has been in Mobile at the Senior Bowl,
Oh, really?
posing and mugging with all of his former players who may or may not like him. I'm just
Ravine
saying.
wants to know what flavor chapstick was that.
Oh, well, it's number one. Which one do you think that is, Becky?
That was marshmallow.
It would be marshmallow. And Courtney's got, I believe that's
I don't know
pink
what it
lemonade.
is.
Sweet watermelon.
Sweet
Sweet watermelon.
Yes.
Ba, ba, ba.
Something I stole from him because I wasn't interested in getting my own.
All right, I guess that's enough Auburn for now. I do spend a lot of time talking about Auburn's. And Bridget says secrets don't make friends.
Oh.
Very
Very
interesting.
interesting.
Okay, according to the script that I was given,
That you created?
this is the script. Make $5 a week. I pay this guy. We're gonna do the the Four Roses tasting experience.
Yes.
We came into possession of the Four Roses tasting experience box set, which Courtney has right there
Ta-da.
in her paws. It's now currently empty.
It's empty.
Well,
It's
there
not
were.
any fun. But these 10 bottles are in front of us.
Yes, exactly, Courtney. And I'm going to explain what those bottles mean here in just a
I
moment.
can't wait for you to explain that,
Cassidy
Jay.
P says Gus enjoys being in Mobile. Higher Waffle House per capita. Hit the laugh track.
True.
That's funny, man. I wish I was at home and had my laugh track here.
Yes.
And Ravin wants to know, will that enhance the brown water?
I don't know.
There's no doubt.
I don't know.
There's a lot of Waffle Houses I like that. I guess you know what his favorite road food is. I've told you this, right? Cheese puffs.
Oh, I was gonna. I knew
like
it was.
cheese puffs.
I knew it was a.
Cheesy poofs.
What's
If
that
it was
place
cheesy
called?
poofs,
Crystal
I don't know.
Experience.
It is Crystal that he goes
Yes.
to. I was like, Gus. He didn't
Yeah.
really know. He wasn't up to Waffle House standard.
Only time that you can have crystal is when you're drunk. That's
and,
the only time
no,
it's acceptable.
and there's no White Castle around.
There's no White Castle around. Correct.
So I think in some zones they have both.
Very rarely.
better make
Very
the right
few.
choice.
There's a very small crossover.
But you cannot have the mustard on the
No, those are horrible.
crystal.
Okay, I have a video that our intern made, which actually is me in this case, about Four Roses. I just want to give you guys some background on Four Roses. All their stuff is distilled. I guess their home is in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, which is about 25 miles southwest of Lexington on the Bluegrass Parkway, or right off the Bluegrass Parkway,
Okay, very nice.
which connects Lexington to Bardstown.
It's part of the Bourbon Trail.
That is part of the... Thank you, Courtney. That's very good background to have. So I don't know why it says ages, but... Oh, no, it ages in bottles, yeah. Cox's Creek is where...
It's the same place.
No, Cox's Creek is that's north of Bardstown. So it's Nelson County, and this is whatever county it is.
Okay.
It's like 40 miles away, but I find it interesting they distill and then they ship it across county lines
Cross county.
to age over there in Cox's Creek. You can go to both places, by the way.
I wonder, I do have an interesting question about that since there are so many dry counties in Kentucky. Can you age bourbon in a dry county?
That's a great question.
I wonder if you can. I don't know. It just came to me, but
Well, I know.
it'd be
when in
interesting because I know you
Tennessee-
can't sell it, but I wonder if you can age it there.
Wasn't that the thing in Tennessee that the Jim Beam, they can't, Jack Daniels, pardon me, that they can't sell it there because they're actually in a dry county where they
okay.
make it. But again, that's a
wonder-
state away. That's not
Yeah,
in the
that's a whole
appropriate Kentucky
Yeah,
state.
whole different world.
those are those fakers that think they have bourbon down there. That's why I have on the Kentucky bourbon drinking team shirt.
I was just checking it. God. Okay, so the age over there in Cox's Creek that Courtney says isn't actual real, but
I say it is real, but
you can
I
go to
don't
either
think
place
it's that far
for
away.
a tour. Both places have tours. The origin, I was reading up on their history. Their origin traces back to the 1860s, allegedly. The first actual documented situation of Four Roses existing was in the 1880s.
Tell me what you mean by prohibition proof. They weren't selling.
So this is a little bit of a trick. okay?
Yes.
They were technically selling Four Roses during Prohibition because
Other people bought them.
they know that. Well, you're close. They bought a company that had a Prohibition
okay.
license.
Okay.
So when you buy that other distillery, you
distillery.
can take it. You can take their
There was
license.
only a handful of folks
There
that
were like
actually got them. It was pretty tough to
8
get.
maybe. I think the one that they bought was called the Frankfurt Distilling Company, which
Okay.
doesn't exist now. But so
That's
that's
pretty
when I
smart
say
there.
Prohibition proof, I put an asterisk there because that's kind of. It's like when the Montgomery Advertiser says that they had a Pulitzer Prize, but it's because the Alabama Journal actually won it and they annexed it and then they kind of
Yeah.
took it even though they didn't earn it.
That makes sense.
It kind of bothered me when they say that. Four Roses has 2 mash bills, one that's kind of a high rye and one that's not. And then 5 proprietary yeast strains that they match with each of those 2 mash bills. So that's 5 times 2, they have 10. And that's why we have 10 bottles here we're going to be trying. Each one of their mash bills plus the 5 yeast strains. Mash bill B is 60% corn, 35% rye, which is a high rye content
yes.
for sure. And then 75 corn and 20% rye for mash bill E.
So typically, if you're going to have a higher rye content, it's going to be a little more spicy.
Yeah, it has a certain funkiness.
Yeah, it might have a little more funk, as you would say, to it. And then your mash bill E, with being a higher corn content, is typically going to be a little sweeter, a little easier to drink if you want to be an early bourbon aficionado. You would want something that has a higher corn content, I would say.
I would say so. Mash bill E, again, is going to be sweeter. Mash bill B is probably going to be a little funkier. Keep that in mind as we go to this next page right here. The recipes
This gets a little tricky
Four
here.
Roses all have 4 letters. They always start with an O because that's Four Roses' designation for themselves. The second letter is going to be either mash bill B or E. Third letter is S, which means straight distilling. They're all going to be S. And the fourth letter tells you the yeast type. So you're seeing how they're kind of mixing and matching here. Like if you think about this, mash bill E is the sweeter one. And if you get one that's like a rich fruit matched with the sweeter one, you would think that's going to be one that pops a certain way. Whereas if you get mash bill B, which is a high rye, and you get the herbal, that's going to be probably a lot funkier. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's why we're going to work our way through some of these little tasting experiences, Courtney.
Correct. So I decided the way that we were going to taste these, and we were going to taste them with the mash bills, the different mash bills, but the same yeast. If that makes sense.
That's an interesting idea, Courtney.
Yes.
So these are these two?
So in other words, it should be, according to lore, your mash bill B, which is what? It's the rye. So therefore it should be a little spicier, right?
Right.
Okay.
So if you do an OBSK, that should be a spicy little number right there. That'd be like Rita Moreno.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you do an OESK, no, OESO,
No.
that would be a particularly fruity one. Major Zero, who is an absolute legend. We've been connecting a little bit this last week because he's doing so much hauling right now. He's going to do a haul video every day.
I know. I saw
for
that.
a
That
month.
is really impressive work. And I saw you found some goodies today.
Yeah,
That's some
he did.
impressive work.
I mean, God bless.
That's commitment.
He found the new 10-year Old Forester with the purple top.
I am so jealous.
1924. Awesome.
Oh, I want that so badly.
He found it, I believe it was in Memphis, but I couldn't tell exactly.
No, I
where it
need
was.
one of those desperately.
He says he's got an OESQ. So
OES.
E is the high corn one, and then a
SQ.
Q is going to be floral. So that's kind of that's one where it's like you're going one way and then you're going the other. So sometimes I figure those pop and sometimes they don't. All right, do you want to hit these right here?
I took 2. Which of those?
Well, I don't know which one it is. OESF
Okay.
and OBSF. So yeah,
OESF.
that would work for
Okay.
you. This follows your deal here.
It does.
So this
All
is
right.
this is the same yeast strain paired with the high rye and then the regular.
Okay. Here we go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's just a little taste. Just sounds like a lot.
What in the world was that?
We're gonna drain this. It's early. I gotta get a little buzz.
Cousin Becky got to have some of this.
Jay,
man.
there's plenty in there. Y'all are supposed to come and taste this.
Here, nobody can see if you just grab it right
What
now.
is that? An O
Oh yeah.
OESF.
OESF.
Okay.
OESF. So this is the high corn with the herbal.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, it smells really good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I smell mothballs.
I don't smell any
It smells like my
mothballs.
grandma's basement.
It smells delicious to me.
Oh, that works. It definitely tastes rye to me, even though that's not the rye mash bill. Just my opinion.
I don't taste rye.
Let's see what else is going
I
on
do
here.
taste it. It is a longer, I was not anticipating a hug. I got a Kentucky hug. I don't know if that's because it's my first real drink.
Vince says, here comes the heavy hand of the
Yes,
master
that's
system.
right. Jay always does that. You could pour that
No,
much?
for real. You're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
That's
damn,
the
girl.
beautiful sound of
Sheesh.
bourbon emptying into my glass.
Cuz, have you had a sip of this yet? Oh, you guys are still working it out, huh? I will start out by saying I love Four Roses pretty much in any situation.
This is good.
I was a big fan of what we used to call Yellow Label, but it's now Parchment Label, their bottom shelf. I think that's pretty good. And all the nicer ones, the small batch select, the small
The single barrel.
single barrel, the kind of square on top but round on the bottom bottle. You've got the limited edition that you got for your birthday, which I thought was,
Yes.
that one was kind of rye-ish, but
The notes I took on this, I didn't read it again since I wrote it yesterday, but the notes I took on it from watching the master distiller discuss this was that it had a long finish, and I too agree. It has a very long
Yes.
it
finish,
does have a long finish.
but not a difficult finish.
But not aggressively.
It's
so.
it's
just
yeah,
a-
you did just have bourbon finish.
Otag says, maybe I missed it, did y'all acquire these one at a time, or is there somewhere to get the whole tasting set? Yes.
You can get it at the bottle shop. They have them at the bottle shop.
We bought the whole tasting set. She's got it right here in a big box. I think that retails for $125 to $150.
Yeah, about
And
$150.
when we were in the bottle shop in Columbus, Georgia, it was almost 2 weeks ago now, they had several. sitting
They
around.
had 3 or 4 of them on the shelf there. So you can get your hands on it now. When it first came out, we weren't sure if you'd be able to get it very easily, so we managed to broker a deal and got it.
Yeah, we got it from a guy that was at the distillery.
But then we saw it on the shelf there, so it is and it is easily accessible. I mean, you're not going to just roll into the ABC store and see it, but
I don't taste much like fruit or sweetness on that, though. That's a pretty dry.
it says, and the other note that he had shared was that it was delicate.
Delicate.
I'd say that is
A
delicate.
delicate little flower. Just like you, Miss Courtney.
No.
No, that's not really okay. My bad. Cousin over there is just marinating, man.
It's got a nice
I like it.
long
It is a long finish.
tingle, on the tongue. It just, I
I
enjoyed
like that. That was good.
You feel like you're just gliding in a Cessna, don't you? Just gliding.
Okay, next up.
Next up,
We got a lot to do. Got to stay on task.
let's see. Ravin says, like at Christmas time, when they put those Old Spice soap, deodorant, shampoo gift sets at CVS.
Exactly. And a loofah.
That reminds me
forget
of the
the
video
loofah.
on YouTube where it's like the CVS guys and the Walgreens guys got getting in a fight
Yeah.
about how they're encroaching on each other's area. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite videos ever.
Stay in your parking lot.
It's like,
So this is
come
the
across the street!
OBSF.
OBSF.
So according to, well,
This is
allegedly,
Oh, wow.
allegedly it should be a little bit spicy.
I would think this would be kind of spicy. That would be my expectation on this one. But, I mean, you never know. I don't think of Four Roses being a particularly spicy bourbon, but
I just left
I don't know. Oh, you can definitely smell that
You
on
can
the
smell
nose.
that.
I get mothballs on that, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because my grandma's house, I really liked that place until my sister turned it into a drug den.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Am I wrong?
True, but
Yeah, it's definitely got a rye hit to it there, for sure. To me, it does. But then again, I might be biased by looking at this data and being like,
no, I can definitely taste that rye.
what did a home slice say about this one?
This is used primarily in small batch select. Ripe berries. I don't know that I really get ripe
See,
berries.
Colleen
on it.
says OBSF smells like the nail polish remover. I am getting a little bit of that. Is this, what are we? Yeah, we're drinking OBSF right now, aren't we?
And let's see here. Mint. I don't know that I get mint either. That's not on my
This smells
palate.
like my grandma's house.
But, well, this will get you. The other comment was oak. And I can get that.
I can see
That's
that.
like an old, old people home. Wood paneling on the walls.
Ravin says, why is there no comment on mouthfeel? I'm here for the mouthfeel. Can I feel your mouth?
That's what she said.
I love it.
Let me see your mouth.
No, my mouth's unavailable for you.
Hey!
It's only for
you
the
told
brown
me-
water.
You told me
No.
you would never say you're unavailable.
Today, the brown water is available for my mouth.
Oh.
I did get a little mint.
Mint.
I smell of the mint. I
Oh,
don't
maybe
taste
at the end,
mint.
or is that just me thinking about it because I said mint?
For me, the
Was
mint
it persuasion?
was closer to the end. The oak and the mint were the two that I got.
I got oak out of it for sure.
I definitely could see the mint, though, yeah. Maybe the mothballs. Maybe it's the mint that I'm interpreting as mothballs. This is not something that I would like. The smell of it is not getting me excited, although it makes me nostalgic for my grandma's house. But I don't, it's rare if Four Roses doesn't hit me, and this one's not my favorite.
Okay,
Not your
so
favorite.
out of those two, you would vote for OESF.
But that surprises me because you said small batch select is.
Well, hold on. Now, Small Batch Select is a mixture of several of these. It ain't one, it ain't two, it's like five.
This is the primary component in it,
Okay.
Gotcha.
in small batch select.
I actually accidentally snagged a little book that comes on them, you know what I mean? They give you that little pamphlet.
Yes.
And it said on there which ones it was, and I left it at home.
That's all right. We're gonna survive.
I'm going to fire the host for that.
What's up
shit.
next?
Yeah, let's find one that's fruity so I can get on that. Let's see. Which one did Major
You want
Zero?
rich fruit? Okay, this one right here.
I want to see which one Zero said he had earlier. He's
think
got
it-
OESQ. So we got OESQ right here.
Okay,
Well, that's a floral one though.
that's okay. We're gonna try them all. So.
Oh yeah, he's got an OESQ and here's an OBSQ. So
Okay.
those two go together. Hand
So
in
we're
hand.
gonna try, since we did the OE first last time, we're gonna do OE first this time too.
in honor of Major Zero, who's a major badass. Jeez, what is the deal with you?
That is not a heavy pour. It's tiny. Jeez, y'all come get this guy.
Y'all
Y'all need to come get this
y'all
guy.
come get your boy, man.
Y'all need to get your
boy.
boy. You need to get your boy.
All right, so OESQ, which is going to be the.
Ooh.
This is going to be like what I would consider the sweet floral right here. This still smells like mothballs to me.
Oh, it does not smell like mothballs.
OESQ. OEO. That's Morris Day in the
Morris
motherfucking
Day in the
time,
time.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Got more
it is.
time than Morris Day.
Which one was this? Oh, okay.
OESQ.
Huh.
J Dub says, "What's up, blenders?"
Hey.
J Dub in the house.
OESQ. I would not get.
So that should be sweet and floral.
I don't get that. I get kind of spicy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
It's better, but I'm still getting that funkiness on the end. Corey W in the house. We got another Montgomery legend chilling with us here.
Nice. Finn says the pores are coming through crystal. I think he's talking about my glug glugs.
Yeah, you need to get the glugs up there because you do a bunch of those. You're a heavy pourer, I'll tell you that. What's the deal with that? Can I poke you? Don't move. Got you.
That one is
Take your
smoother on the
finger
front
out of
end.
my
Hole?
Anyway,
Wow. A little bigger than I thought. I was expecting. Ravin said, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you.
OEO.
Do I know that one?
OEO.
OEO.
Want to get to know you.
No, yeah.
Courtney's got a heavy glug.
Yeah.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What? So good, guys. So good. We love the Four Roses. Here, go
I
ahead
didn't
and
really
crack
care about
rose.
that one.
Really?
That wasn't one that tripped my trigger.
Why aren't we doing our voting on this? Can we get
We're
$5
voting
a week
between
and
the
you
two of
can't
these.
collect this?
Okay.
God, man. I thought me and McCready could split an intern for $5 a week, and this is all we get. What? Revenge,
trying to get
look
the
what
glug
she's
glug.
doing, bro.
Trying to get the glug glug. I'm trying to create the atmosphere. So this would be OBSQ.
SQ.
Okay, wait. I forgot to talk about what they said OESQ was.
Oh, ESQ, which we just finished.
Yes.
Because may still be drinking.
Strong nose, tea leaves, and honeysuckle.
Tea leaves.
We leave a little bit in each one. We just make a suicide at the
There
end.
we go.
Pour them all into the.
Pour it all
Interesting.
into one.
What does all the Four Roses taste like at once?
So,
Tea? Tea leaves?
oh,
Can you read the tea leaves?
that's probably smell, baby.
Can you read the tea leaves? I'm reading the tea leaves.
You can read tea leaves. Some
I
people
know.
can.
I've read
You
it.
can also read coffee grinds.
Coffee grinds, yes.
You can?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
What do they tell you?
There are people that tell you about your future
They
based
can-
on your
it's a
coffee grinds.
divination of the coffee grounds. If they sink, if
Cuz,
they
would you
settle
trust
in a
coffee
certain-
grounds?
Well, if they read my coffee grounds, they'd say I have no future because
Don't
There are
drink
none.
coffee.
there are none.
I don't do it
Me
either.
either. I don't do that coffee.
No,
crap
I'm
either.
not about that, man.
Becky's
I
the
don't
only
condone
coffee
it.
I'm
drinker in the
pro-coffee.
room.
Becky, you need less coffee. Seriously. Okay, I wasn't trying to say that, really. What Mountain Dew, too?
Diet Mountain Dew.
Yes,
Breakfast of
B
Champions.
is more rye. B is the higher rye content.
Well, I like this one better, even though I'm not a rye guy.
Myers-Briggs.
To me, this has like a uniformity to it that the others didn't have. It's like you're just going all in with this bad boy. This is OBSF?
Ooh, that's spicy now.
OBSF, I guess?
It's spicy, but it's not a long hug. I don't feel anything hug-wise. I just feel it all in my mouth. I know you were waiting for me to say that.
Raven says, so B is more rye, absolutely. B is the high rye, and E is supposed to be the sweeter, the higher corn one, yeah.
Cassidy B.
So I feel like I'm going to be leaning
Perfect.
Yep.
That is perfect.
What do you say?
He said OBSQ. This is starting to feel like a Myers-Briggs test.
Test result party.
It does.
That sounds like somebody that's been
I love that.
in corporate management. There.
Yes. So let's find out your personality.
Runner 24 says, I've never heard of reading coffee grinds. I'm sure
Yes.
is that really a thing?
Yes, it is.
Sounds made up.
I mean,
I'm
yes,
with you on
Courtney
this
and
one.
I
It's kind of
made it
like
up on
it's
the
kind of like
spot.
reading. It's like tarot cards
Yes.
and
Same
and
concept.
you know that kind of thing. It's
You mean
it's,
tarot?
No, tarot cards, not tarot.
Tarot?
No, it's not like carrot.
I don't know. I've never been.
So yeah, if you believe in that stuff, then that might be something that you need to go have done for you.
D. Lucky says, exactly, Cassidy P. The blend will also predict your perfect career path.
Yes,
There it is.
that's right.
Tim the Tool Main Taylor. What a stud.
It smells really good. I like it. It's very. Guess what? It's a little spicy.
I like this one, man. I get fruit punch, and I get a really nice nose on that bad boy. It's not a long one, though. It's interesting how the first one went on forever, and this one's kind
This
of
one
shorter.
dissipates more quickly.
Yeah, I
it's
kinda
very
like that
short,
one.
but it still is in. It's in my mouth. It's not down my throat. Don't comment. Don't comment. Don't
Oh,
comment.
God, that was a tough one to pass
Quiet
on.
time, Jay.
By the way, we have Maddie in the chat. Maddie is royalty around here.
Hey,
She is
what
our,
up, Maddie Tate?
She is our daughter.
She had a long day today.
She's our absolute #1 favorite daughter. Let's see. Maddie wants to know, how did she walk into a conversation about coffee enemas? Laugh, laugh at Raven. That isn't what he was talking
Yes,
about.
he did. He
talked
said
about that?
he said coffee enemas are
Oh
a
my
thing.
God. Well, they are a thing, but that's
Yes.
crazy.
But that wasn't what we were talking about.
No, I
we're
don't
just
think
talking
so.
about reading coffee grinds.
Cassidy B says, and welcome to the chat.
That's right. She knows her parents a little too well.
Hey,
now.
Maddie, you want to see something gross? I'm going to put a finger in your mom's hole right here. Look, she's got this hole.
Stop.
Maddie,
And he's talking about how large my.
No, I said it was bigger than I remembered. Oh, Maddie says, yo, D Lucky. Of course, she knows about D Lucky. Maddie's got a bedroom upstairs, and D Lucky's got the D Lucky suite right down the hall from where Maddie lives, or where she used to live.
Yeah, she doesn't live there right now. It's kind of lonely up there.
It's
All
not
right,
lonely
anyway.
for me. You're not even up there. How can you be lonely up there?
Oh, I did go and peer into the new neighbor's house.
Oh, the one next. You mean?
Yes. So with the neighborhood that we live in, the homes are very close together. Like if I reached out the window, I could almost touch their house.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very, very tight. So when you have a second floor, you can
Is your cat?
see. That was Becky. You can see what's going on in the other rooms, and they have several children running amok.
Amok.
So
Yeah, that's the thing they have in common is children running amok. Raven says, can we get a coffee show called The Grind with Becky from across the street?
there you go.
I don't know who's going to do the show with Becky because nobody else is a coffee fan around here.
That's true.
I have enough of the coffee. I could do the whole show
Your daughter,
myself.
your daughter has some comment on putting her.
Maddie says, I put my finger in some holes today. Hashtag nursing clinicals. Boy, I'm glad you added the hashtag because I had some questions. Raven says, how's the adulting going, Maddie? I'd love to hear this answer because it's very satisfying.
Yes, it's very satisfying.
Courtney's like, hey, guess what, Jay? Courtney had to go on her clinicals today. She's got a 13-hour day ahead of her.
I was like, yay!
Ooh, thumbs up.
Yes, we love it. It builds character. So
Yeah, it
the
does.
OBSQ, we decided it hangs around.
Is this the one we're
just
drinking
in
right
your
now?
mouth? Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were having
And floral notes is the only thing, like very floral.
That doesn't sound like
allegedly.
me, but I like this one, man. Hey, you say that? Which one did you say this is?
OBSQ.
Okay. I'm going to hit this bad boy again. I want to make sure that my initial thoughts were correct on that bad boy. Let's see what happens.
Okay, here we go.
We're going to do another one?
We're doing all of these. Yes, we are.
No way,
100%.
man. No, we can't do all of these. I'm going to
Why?
get lit.
Jay, you always get lit. so-
Oh, no, we got so much. Look, guys, we have so much left to do today.
Okay.
We still have a haul video. We got
Guys,
pictures.
stop.
We got worst song of the 80s. Like, what are we going to...
Quiet time.
Oh, my God. Did you hear that?
OESO is on the table for anybody that would like.
So...
OMFG.
Okay. Go for it. Hell yeah. I like that Yankees cup.
Thank you.
Outstanding. All right. OESO.
OESO.
Well, this reminds me of one that's probably not common.
So if it OESO.
That's going to be the high corn and rich fruit. This ought to be right up my alley.
This ought to be on my alley.
This ought to be right up my alley.
It smells really good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not up my alley.
It is. It is not as good as I thought it would be.
That's not up my alley.
That is not my favorite one yet.
No, it tastes alcohol-y-ish.
Oh, astringent?
Astringent. Okay, there you go.
Witch hazel. Yeah, it's.
I don't like that.
Put a little witch hazel on it. Sound like Ross Perot
I don't
right
like
there.
that.
Cassidy B says OESO is what you set the little orphan Annie decoder ring to in order to read the secret message.
I like it.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
It says rich red fruit, apple, cherry toffee.
Nah.
I don't get any
I'm
of
not doing
that.
that.
I
I'm
don't
just
like
kidding.
any of it. This is not my favorite.
Yeah, Corey says something in the chat that's unrelated to what we're doing right now, but he said, he reminded us that he was at Tipping Point last Friday night at 9:40 and they were trying to kick us out.
I know.
Which actually, it did happen.
It did happen.
We were there.
We were there.
Having a
one
good
and
time.
done.
We got
hanging
there at
out.
like 9:25 and we're able to get one drink. And
One
then it
and
was
done.
like,
I was like, you guys
you
can,
guys can only have
one.
one. And I'm like, are you serious?
Like, yo, come on now, guys.
But anyway, that's what it is.
It's JG.
No, it's JG. It's any patron.
Oh, I thought this would be my favorite one in theory, and it's not.
I drank it, but I don't like it.
Way to fight through it, Courtney.
All right, OBSO.
Well, we drink it because we have a no bourbon left behind policy. I mean, that's.
OBSO.
We
I like
have
it,
to like
though.
it, though.
It's growing on me.
Okay, you do have to hydrate in between. Hydrate with something.
BioLite. Now, this stuff, I'm telling you, is really good. It guards against dehydration, upset stomach, cramps, fatigue, overindulgence, and flatulence.
Yes, which Jay needs because about every other show he does let one rip. So it's always fun.
Got to stay hydrated.
Anybody else want any? Jay has to have it, but y'all want any, you're welcome to have it.
As Chris says, ballers hydrate.
OBSO.
OBSO. OEO. Is this open? Do you just want to hit that?
Well, you're not going to get yours?
Well, I am, but you're already here.
It smells good. It
smells
smells
good.
OBSO.
To me, this smells like what Four Roses should smell like.
And then to me, this seems like this is going to be a weird one because you got the high rye and the rich fruit. This doesn't seem like it would make sense. Now this is more like what Four Roses tastes like to me.
Yeah.
This tastes like traditional Four Roses to me.
Not traditional Four Roses, not the yellow label.
No, I mean the one with the square
Small
top,
batch?
square top and the round bottom.
Single barrel.
Yeah, single barrel. Yeah, this one right
Yeah,
here.
I agree.
Actually,
I agree.
guess what? This
Oh,
one has
look.
this one has the name on the side of which
Let
one
me
it
see
is.
what this is. OBSO. Oh, primary component of small batch.
Ding, ding, ding.
Is that small batch
This
or
is
single barrel?
But this is OBSV.
Vanilla and is it?
Yeah, this bottle I just grabbed off the bench.
OBSV.
OBSV is what this
Okay.
is.
Well, we'll get to that one in a minute.
This is an ABC store pick based on OBSV. Huh, interesting.
Guess what? That's up next.
It is. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Let's get those likes. Yeah, thanks, cuz, for that, brother. Let's see. Raven says, all the expecting mothers asking, where are the tux pads? I don't miss it.
Oh, I guess we missed
That
part
was a
of
witch
his-
hazel reference, probably.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's see. Corey says 17,000
That tastes
blenders.
good.
Let's go. Yeah,
Woo!
we'd like to kind of understate it because we're not.
Yeah,
we're
we
not trying
don't like to
floss.
brag.
Yeah, we're not trying to floss anybody.
I know. It gets embarrassing sometimes. Okay.
But you always said we're just doing a show to
So
hang
which
out,
one
right?
do we, which one of those do we like better? I definitely like the second one better.
Yeah,
Yes.
second one for sure.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Now is
This is
OBSV.
blowing me away because so far of the three we've had, two of them have been the rye
know.
that I like better.
Sometimes you don't even know what you're putting in your mouth, Jay.
That's what she said.
You know, I think I do have a pretty good idea what goes in my
No.
mouth.
No, you don't.
I don't. Okay.
No, you don't.
That one
Sometimes you just
time-
have to close your eyes and just take what comes to you.
There were some things that happened our senior year that I wasn't sure about what was going
Oh,
on.
that was a little glug glug there.
Hey, you know, there's
OB. There's plenty left. What was that?
this
OBSO?
is OBSV,
SV.
as in SBU.
Wait a minute.
Mariska's going to come out any minute now.
What did we just do?
Uh-huh. Becky's in charge of that, so I don't know.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, we got it over here still.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I pre-wrote.
Getting ahead of herself.
I am.
What had happened?
I was trying to save time. It's being efficient.
All right, what are we drinking here? Which
Okay.
one?
OBSV.
B.
OB, high rye, delicate fruit. You're a delicate fruit, Miss Courtney.
There is nothing delicate about me. There never has been, and there never will be.
You're so delicate.
You don't get delicate fruit, I guess.
No, I got the fruit, man. That was not. I don't know. I just wasn't ready for that. That's actually pretty good. Sometimes you're kind of repulsed by something the first time, and then no, it grows on you.
No, that ain't growing on me.
No,
Tastes like mold.
it's a grower, not a shower. Is this so? This
You're
is like
familiar with
this is like Schitt's Creek or whatever it is from a Willet.
Oh, it tastes like the algae on the rock in a creek. That's what it tastes like to me.
Why were you licking
Yeah,
the
this
rock
one doesn't
in the
get me
creek?
excited at all.
I don't like that at all.
This is like some of that Willet shit that we had.
Like I said, it tastes like the algae on a big rock in the creek.
Cassidy Pieces, little trivia. OBSV is the knighthood bestowed upon Sean Connery.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's the order of...
Cincy Blitzboards, a.k.a. Pipe, says, big fan of delicate fruit.
He has a
I
set
bet
of
he's-
delicate fruit.
I was going to say, I bet he's talking about a nice, juicy peach is what he's talking about right there.
I think he's talking about his little hazelnuts.
No, he's talking about a juicy peach he's going to take a fucking bite of. I know that guy. What's up, Pipe?
Now, that's true. Which fruits are considered delicate? I would guess those that are not in a protective sheath. So therefore, it would not be a banana.
Why does it always turn into something like this?
It would not be a banana. It has a protective sheath. It would not be an orange. It has a protective sheath.
I would
It
think
would be a
a
peach.
pear,
Or a pear. Pear's a little firmer.
but light flesh,
Yeah, it has
thin skin.
Yeah, it'd be a peach. A peach is a
A
delicate.
peach is a delicate fruit. But a cherry's a little, I don't know.
Sometimes you got to be very soft with a peach.
Yeah, because it has a very furry exterior. And sometimes you just have to find the sweet spot in it.
Yeah.
That big nut that's inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. This is
Is
not
that a
good.
parable? Yeah. See, Pipes is a nice juicy peach. Colleen says, fun fact so far, we hate all of these.
Did they really get? They got like the actual.
Colleen, are you just going through here, really?
Did y'all get the true like tasting box? Like,
That would be amazing.
did
if
you
that's what
really?
they're doing.
Like, if so, that is so cool.
D Lucky gave us a peach emoji. What an absolute legend that guy is.
You know, sometimes when that comes in a text, I'm not sure what to think of it, Jay.
Cassidy P says, raspberry berets are delicate.
The kind you find at a secondhand store.
Uh-huh.
Well, if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more.
Much more.
Otag says, I put my fruit in a sheath once.
Oh, normally it comes in its own sheath.
Wait, does it?
Your fruit.
It does?
A banana is already wrapped up. You have to, rip the stem and jerk it down.
Sometimes you rip
Get
it
it
off,
off.
too.
Colleen said, yes, we are drinking the one.
I
That's
am
amazing.
so
Cool.
impressed, Colleen.
Colleen has not liked any of these yet. That's just
No, I am so impressed that they went out and got this. Like, that is
That is
really cool.
That is really cool.
That is really cool.
Colleen, for real though,
You're committed to the bourbon
it.
blend.
these Four Roses as a rule though, it's a blend of various ones. So what we're
True.
doing is, I don't think they would just sell.
We need
like
to do
this,
like Becky said at the end, we need to mix it all together and make
Mix it the
do
way
a
it's
suicide
supposed to be.
like at summer camp.
Yeah. You have to have fruit punch to go with it, though, right? Bug juice.
I did
Oh.
real good at summer camp, Miss Courtney. So let's just see what happens. We got a few left here. OESV.
That was terrible.
Yeah, this one's
But-
not been good.
As a trooper, I'm going to make sure I finish my beverage.
There's J Dub says, "What up, Pipe?" Now we got to get
I
a
do
text.
not like this.
Me and J Dub and Pipe ought to get a text chain going.
You do. Has
Oh.
something to do with peaches.
Yeah, I wish I had more peaches.
Okay.
can
So
move
this
into the
is
country.
OESF.
You can move into the country and eat a lot of peaches.
Oh, here we go. Presidents of the United States of America, right?
OESF. More corn.
More corn is good.
More corn's got to be better than that last
the bees
one.
better though.
Got to be better than the last
And then
one.
we got
'cause that was
we got
terrible.
herbal on this bad boy.
Herbal.
Ravin, yes,
No.
she did. She did say just
We're
jerk
on
it down.
V.
That was the last hit by Ready for the World. It was called "Don't You Want to Jerk Me Down." Isn't that what it, isn't that how it went?
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, I am.
No, this is OESV.
OES. Oh, now that one has a little bit more of a lovely. Major Zero's bouncing. 4:30 a.m. We'll be here before you know it. Have a great night, guys. Major Zero,
Thank
who is
you.
an amazing bourbon hunter.
Yes.
Major.
So jealous of that old Forester you found.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
I'm thinking about going up to Memphis and just starting to steal that shit, man.
When are we leaving?
Say Saturday morning.
He's doing a haul video every single day of this month.
That's impressive work.
So he's going to be on the road like all that
Yeah.
time.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think 4:30 a.m. is the actual job that really pays the bills, and then
I think Cuz has found his retirement gig.
all right, Major Zero.
Seriously, you guys check him out on the YouTubes, Major Zero with an X, ERO 0, and he uploads stuff all the time. So, yeah,
Oh,
there we go. Bourbon School in the house. Bourbon School is
Nice.
also. I got on Major Zero's. Actually, me and Cuz got on Major Zero's Discord the other day, and Bourbon Hall's here as well.
Nice. Thank you
and
guys
Bourbon
for joining
School,
us.
Who are two people
Appreciate it.
in his community there, and they're also YouTubers of
OESV. Let me
much
see. I don't
larger
know.
channels than us, but it's all good. They know a lot more about bourbon than we do. We just like drinking it. That's pretty much all.
Oh, this is
Stu
much better.
Pup!
This is much better than the other.
My God. What's up, Stu Pup?
This is much better than the
Agreed.
last one.
Agreed.
Whew.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I like this one.
And that's so strange.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know. I like this one, though.
this one's much better than the last one. I guess anything would have been better than the last one for me. This is much better. It's a lot smoother. It's
This,
All right, so they're both F,
it's not lingering.
but one is B and one is E.
V,
Oh, these are delicate
and
fruits.
victory.
Oh, we're still doing our
We're in the
peaches.
delicate fruit section.
Yeah.
Tori W in the chat says, hey, what up, my favorite people?
Hey.
Talking about
T-Dub.
Courtney
Hey,
and Becky.
Tori.
Can I just mention how Auburn's basketball is on fire? Let's go. Maybe Tipping Point won't close at 9 tomorrow night.
I don't know if we'll make it tomorrow night.
Auburn basketball was definitely better last night, for sure. Got to beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss, though. That's going to be a tough one.
Gotta
5
work
o'clock
hard.
on Saturday. It's going to be on the SEC Network. I will be watching that and commenting, and we're going to do a brain drain after that one. So,
Yes.
let's see. Bourbon School says we've had 2 bottles of the OESO, and they are fire.
Isn't that the last one?
Yeah, that was the one we just had.
that's been my favorite so far.
OESO,
Yes.
it's good, man. I actually like that one. There's been 2 that I like.
Yep.
Let's see. Goose Flat says JGT don't store any of your bourbon decanters. Is that it? I don't understand.
Like he's asking, you don't store any of your bourbon in decanters.
Oh,
Oh, in your
we have
there you go. in
one
decanters.
I'm sorry.
No, we don't.
We have 1 decanter.
We have 1 decanter in our kitchen that is for me for my mixer. So I put whatever we really actually don't like very much, and I put it in that decanter, and I use it to mix. I typically mix with Diet Coke to start off, but if not, then I will make an old fashioned. But I really like a good bourbon in an old fashioned. I like a good rye
but
in
it
my
does
old
look
fashioned.
pretty.
Yes, and we like to make them pretty. But typically on a Friday night, I'm going to start off with good old fashioned Diet Coke and bourbon of whatever we have not liked recently.
Now, Goose Flat, I'm kind of against decanters. I mean, if you use them, that's cool. I just don't like it that way. Miss Courtney, we just leave 1 bourbon in decanter, and it's just a mixer, basically. Although she's...
But I will say, I do tend to go towards bottles that look like they could be a decanter.
Well, that
For
is true.
example, we have one behind me, the I.W. Harper. That looks exactly like a 1970s decanter.
Yeah,
Isn't it
does.
back there?
Uh-huh.
Yep, yeah. Looks just like a decanter that was sitting on my grandmother's table that was very fancy when she was that age. I mean, when I was that age, and would pour for the special folk that came over. You
Folk.
know what I'm saying?
I'll
That
flip
looks
it
like a
over. Hold on.
decanter to me.
Yeah, I saw
Administrative
that.
assistant, Bourbon Hall wants to know what's your go-to rye for old fashions.
Oh, my go-to rye for old fashions. You know, the Old Forester rye, I like that. What else?
Yeah, Old Forester rye is pretty much what
Yeah,
we
that's
use.
pretty much all I use in that because it's easy to get. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I'm not much on ryes in general at all, so I'm only really going to have 1 or 2 bottles of a rye around. So that would probably just be the only one I really have, I think. Now, for ryes though, I do like Willet. I do like Willet,
Yeah, well, it's like a high rye bourbon.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
but
Cassidy Pieces, I keep a few in decanters, so they're ready for guests. Old Forester 1920,
okay,
Woodford Reserve, and Green River. I don't typically
Okay.
drink from them.
okay.
I would hope you wouldn't drink straight from a decanter. Although if you were desperate, I could see myself being desperate enough for
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Interestingly, Cassidy Pieces, I like Jefferson's rye and Old
I
Fashioned.
don't think I've ever had Jefferson's rye.
We have not had great experiences with Jefferson's. In fact, you were trying to commandeer my only bottle to use as a mixer.
I don't care for Jefferson's. I think it's overpriced for what you're getting. I'm just not the biggest fan of it.
It's just watered down to me usually. I'm
You
not
know-
saying the rye though. I haven't had the rye.
Well, the price point on the Ocean version is it's ridiculous to me.
It's too much.
I gotta finish this. Look, earlier you were saying we're not gonna do all these. I'm like, yes, we are.
Well, I mean,
we
we're
have
here.
commitment.
Yeah, we have commitment, all right.
Okay. So
Let's
we're
see,
definitely voting on our second one there.
Toolman Taylor says
The
Old Fashioned with
OESB.
Buffalo Trace holds a special place in his heart.
Oh, I can see that. I like
yeah.
I like some Buffalo Trace.
Of course. I forgot to I need to add these to the broadcast. I've been screwing up here. Not doing
Let
that.
me hear a good glug glug.
And Bourbon Hall says, I like the Rittenhouse rye.
Oh, I may have taken a little too much there.
Rittenhouse I've seen. I've never actually
What
had.
did I have there? What is that?
This is
OESK.
OESK. OSK.
Osk.
Slate spice.
Oisk.
Osk. Osk.
I'm coming.
Osk.
You don't have to get up. Thank you, sir.
Osk. All right, guys. Osk. All right, so we got high corn and slight spice.
I like the nose on it. It's a light.
It's soft. Feels soft to me. Soft on the front.
Now, I
Soft on the
believe
back.
these are all supposed to be 104
Oh, really?
I think.
They don't have to put this on here? Yeah,
Is it 104?
104.
Okay. See, I remembered that. I did a good job.
There you go, Courtney.
Goose Flat says, I'm new to the bourbon game. What's a good starter bourbon? Man, so many good ones.
Good starter
For the
bourbon.
price
Corey W
point?
says Four Roses single barrel is a good starter, which is kind of what we're dealing with here a little bit.
Good starter bourbon.
Wild
Oh,
Turkey
there's so
101,
many.
Old
Russell's
Forester. I mean,
Reserve,
I'm just Old Forester is a good
Old Forester
price
100.
point, starting point. I mean, good, yeah.
So it depends if you want to make cocktails or you want to drink it neat or
true.
over ice.
And ice, yeah.
If you want to drink it neat, I would say a good starter would be Old Forester 100.
Yeah, we had some of that last.
Yeah.
Was
If you're
our
gonna drink that
champion?
neat.
Wasn't that our champion last
I
week?
believe it was.
Or if you're going to make a cocktail, you can go a little higher proof if you wanted to because you're going to get a little more lit quickly if you have the higher proof in the cocktail. If you're going to make if you're new to bourbon and you want to make a good old-fashioned, start with the Old Forester old-fashioned syrup. It's good. It's very good for what it is. You don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to chomp up your own sugar cube. It's all in it.
Oh, you can.
I mean, you can, but it's all there, and you just add your bourbon, a little bit of orange, a little bit of bitters. Walnut bitters are my new favorite. Walnut bitters are awesome. So,
She loves them.
I do. So that's my little tidbit. Moving right along.
Cassidy P says Elijah Craig is a good standard starter, as is Russell's Reserve.
I would also say don't be afraid to try different things. And so don't necessarily start with the 750 milliliter bottle. You don't have to have a big bottle of bourbon to try it. You know, maybe start with some of the smaller things and try a couple of different things to see what you like, and then you can move along from there.
Word. I'm on board with that.
And if you're lucky enough to be in a city where they have a liquor store that has a tasting bar, that's a great place to start because you can just pay a tiny bit for a little pour and you decide, ooh, I can't stand that, or ooh, well, that's kind of tasty. I'll go buy that.
It sounds like Wardam Steve's doing that right now. He was asking earlier if anybody had Traveler. It says, just had a Traveler pour, it sucks.
Oh, I was reading about Traveler,
Oh.
and I was like, I don't know. All the celebrities getting in on the bourbon game. Actually, Traveler is not a bourbon; it's a whiskey. So it's
Goose
just
Flat
a straight
says
up
he's trying to
whiskey.
drink over ice. He's tried Bird Dog, Wild Turkey, and Elijah Craig, and Old Forester. Okay, well, that's a good start.
Okay.
I think from this point, bro.
Well, what did you like from those?
Yeah, you got to figure out what you like.
If you figure out what you like.
Some people like
otherwise.
spice, some people like floral, some people like sweet, some people like rough, some people like smooth. There's no right answer. It's really just
And
kind of
also, I will say it depends on the day I've had as to what cocktail I want in the evening time. Because I come home and I may be like, I need something that's going to punch me right in the gut and just get me over this day. And
Yes.
I'll go right to the 1920 Old Forester because that's going to be
that's a harder
100,
hitter.
115 proof.
That's a harder
more
hitter.
aggressive.
And if I can take 2 quick shots of that, the day has been much better.
Wardam Steve says, I started in bourbon with a Makers and Diet, then a Makers with a splash of Diet, then Makers on Ice,
There you
then
go.
neat.
Okay.
Getting better
Yeah.
every
There you
time,
go.
my
There
G.
you go.
Uh,
I never liked it neat before. a few
my
years ago.
go-to when I first started drinking bourbon was bourbon and Sprite.
There you go.
Bourbon and Sprite.
There's another one. That's a good one.
That was good.
The Traveler is Chris Stapleton and Buffalo Trace.
Ah.
Yeah.
Which is,
And I'm like, yeah.
Goose Flat says, smooth, I don't want too much of a burn.
Oh, okay.
In that case, you're probably looking for
Maker's
I think
Mark.
Corey made a good suggestion of the Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark, just regular Maker's Mark.
Yeah, wheated bourbons, are a good bit smoother and good starter type stuff. We kind of talked about that a little bit last week. The Maker's Marks, we like the Redemption wheated. We've
That is true.
enjoyed that. Several others in that category.
For sure.
All right, so this is the OESK.
Osk.
And so it is supposed to be.
Is this the last one?
No, I'm finishing
I got
it
one
right
more.
now. I'm discussing it.
Becky,
OESK.
what's going on? What's going on over there? I know. I
This-
was trying to tell her. I was trying to stop halfway through. And
This
she-
is also used, not primarily, but this is the secondary one in small batch.
Okay.
Okay, so we had the OBSO, which was the primary component. This is the secondary, and it's supposed to be primarily baking spices that you're feeling, or smelling, or tasting.
Bourbon Hall mentioned Green River Wheated being an affordable weeder. We have a hard time finding Green River here. I know it's not high shelf or anything, but in the state of Alabama,
I've got the Green River wheated. I have not broken the seal on it yet. So
Well, we might need to do that
we'll
sometime soon.
We'll need to try that sometime soon.
We'll have to try that. That sounds yummy.
I did enjoy, the Green River rye, the high rye bourbon.
Okay.
yeah, I know.
The rye bourbon. I enjoyed it. Most of the reviews I've read indicated that they like the wheated a little bit better.
Word.
But
You forgot to do it in front of you.
Oh wait.
Cassidy P is a fan of the Green River. She's
It doesn't now that it's too far out of the
Hey, I was meowing like a cat earlier, and guess what? Pipe layer picked up on that.
OBSK.
Gave me a.
Meow. Meow.
We do that a lot when we're in the Caribbean, right?
yeah.
It's a lot of fun. The girls love it. Becky loves it.
Love
That's
it.
one of
Loves
Becky's.
it.
Where's Tommy when we need him?
Exactly.
Oh, Tommy loves that. Oh my
He
gosh.
thinks that's so funny.
So we got the OBSK.
SK. Slight spice.
And I will say, we haven't heard from Colleen in a minute, so I hope they're not passed out.
Colleen just said, I'm out.
Because they're not normal bourbon drinkers, so.
Hey, when we met them, they weren't. Maybe
No,
they are
I
now.
know, but I love the commitment of actually getting this.
Procuring
And
the-
I'm sad that they don't like any of, but you can make an old fashioned with any of these if you don't like it. Or with all of them.
Well, hold on. If it's just her and Joshua, see, we're splitting this with Cousin Becky. Like,
Well, I
her
know.
and
I think they're
Joshua.
probably
Yeah.
just a little. I doubt they're emptying out the bottle.
You know
Particularly
what-
if they don't like it.
You know what I say to Pipe right now? Uh-oh, Colleen says we're in heartburn heaven. Well, half of that's good.
got you.
Heaven's good.
Heaven's good, but
Heartburn might need some Tums.
Tums. I'm a huge Tums fan.
Well, when I met you, you like Tempo.
They don't make it anymore.
Yeah, 'cause it
Does anybody
sucks.
else remember that?
it
No.
sucks ass, that's
It was
why.
wonderful. It was almost like a piece of gum that
No,
you
it was
ate.
like a piece of ass.
Well, that could be good.
No,
I like
it's
a
not.
piece of ass.
It wasn't the satisfying kind of ass.
Oh, well, I thought it was good. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah. But this is supposed to be a higher rye content, right? Let's see here.
Corey says bourbon and Tums go well together.
Well, I always take
Blake!
the Tums after that. Hey, Blake!
Blake,
I'm so
my man
glad
on
you
the
made
East Coast.
it.
She's the East Coast.
This
Ghost.
is late night.
Let's see. Colleen says we love good bourbon. Primarily makers an old granddad. Outstanding.
Oh, yes, right
Y'all-
here. This is going to be my finishing touch tonight.
Look at that. Let me get
right
over
here.
Oh,
Yes.
Oop, I screwed that up. My bad.
Yes.
The intern's screwing this damn show up.
I
Here,
know.
Courtney.
That $5 a show is
There you
really
go.
just not working.
That's the 114. Is she talking about the 114 or is she talking
She
about...
said old girl. I don't care. This is what I'm having to finish off my
So the
evening.
104s were not enough. You're going to go up
Bourbon
to
Hall
the 114.
says, I should say, I really enjoy you guys. This is great
Aw,
content. Keep it up.
Thank
Thanks, Bourbon
you.
Hall.
Appreciate it. Thank you for
You
joining
do,
us.
You do good work on the YouTubes,
Yes.
too. I was checking out your shit earlier today.
Very nice.
These people are way ahead of us, but that's cool. It's all good.
Hey, we're just having
We're-
fun.
we're in the slow
We're
lane.
having fun.
We're just in the slow lane. hanging
Thank you
out.
for joining us. We appreciate it.
We're just in the slow lane.
You got to start somewhere
Wait.
All right.
I thought this is where we were supposed to be.
in the slow lane.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. I watched them on the. Oh yeah, Colleen says 114. At a girl.
There you go.
Solid.
I love it.
That's the best value in bourbon right there, Colleen, and that is the sign of a.
You know what? Can I
Wise
wrap
bourbon
this up and take it to Jamaica unopened?
Jamaica?
In my suitcase?
Jamaica?
That might be my one bottle a day. I love it. Because Lord knows in Jamaica, we ain't going to get shit bourbon-wise.
Oh. Cassidy P says it's not a race, JGT. Exactly.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
We're just hanging out and having fun, and hopefully, some people can see you can have fun with your wife, or you can have fun with your husband, and not always hate him, or always
I like you a lot.
want to punch him in the face. Or
I like you a lot.
Yeah, Corey says we're growing this show organically.
Organically. It's a very nice
That's a
way
good
to put it.
That's a very nice way to put it.
Yes.
Because we topped out in the 30s last week.
Goose Flat is asking, do y'all ever match
Match
cigars with your bourbon?
I don't. No.
We don't like cigars. We're not big smoke folks, so
Yeah,
no. But
that's
I
much.
know that a lot of people do, and there's actually a bar in downtown Montgomery that is a cigar and bourbon bar. Delicious bourbon there, and they do have good ventilation. So those that are not the biggest cigar fans can actually sit in certain areas and not feel overwhelmed by
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
But
I would agree with that. I'm very sensitive to smoke and such, but I can hang out there for a good while.
Period of time.
Yeah.
Couple of beverages.
Yeah.
There's a limit.
So, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people down there with the bourbon and cigars. So, but that's not really our shtick.
Orange Taffy Like Anal Goose says good value for the 114, and you can find it everywhere. That's a great point.
That is true.
Terrific bourbon right there. I love it.
It is. It's delicious.
Ravin
It's
says,
just a pretty little addition.
Ravin says we're having a bunker meetup in Jamaica.
Yes, come on down. We would love to have you.
We were trying to. First of all, yes, we would love to have Ravin and Mrs. Ravin.
Yes.
Seriously,
Join
if
us
you if
there.
you're serious about doing that, we're going in June. So send me a DM or text me or whatever. And I'd be happy to share those details with you if you want to hang out. 'Cause
Deets.
we got a big ass group going,
Anyway.
and Ravin is definitely.
So let's
up
talk
for
about
me.
this. The OBSK. This is our last one of the
Shit, I
night.
already drank it.
Well, there's more of it. If you can find
think so.
whichever
Not-
digits.
Not really.
You have to go find it. Becky, finish it.
It's
Becky did it.
I didn't drink it all. Damn it.
It
This
smells
looks-
really
this
good.
looks
I
very
like this one
alcoholic-y.
better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
It's very alcoholic.
It reminds me of our tasting trips to Destin. you know,
Yes.
so-
Yes.
Drunk ass people.
Yep. I like this more than I thought I
William Steve
would.
says Excellence. Yeah, we're going to Excellence.
Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay.
Yeah. We haven't been to Jamaica for a trip since
10 years.
2013. Yeah. How about that?
What did you think about this? You even remember?
No, I don't
You
know.
don't remember?
It was pretty good.
Okay, so OBSK is allegedly very strong baking spices.
Cassidy P's on tonight.
Yes.
Said it was a popular boy band when I was in elementary
He is-
school. Up next, OBSK. Opening for NSYNC is OBSK.
In sync.
I
Or
like
in
this.
excess.
I like this more than I thought I would. I was worried it was going to be a little spicier.
It smells good.
But
I mean, it's good. I like
actually-
it. It's not. There's not a linger anywhere. It's good. It's a very easy drinker.
Good, solid. Yep.
It's an
I'm
easy
surprised.
drinker. It's an easy drinker. I gotta get these back on the show. Some of these people don't see all the chats.
Okay.
All right, so that was our Four Roses taste around the world.
So we've been on here for about an hour, a little over an hour and 15 now.
Yeah. We're gonna, I
So
wanna do
maybe,
a-
which
yeah.
do you want to do?
We're not doing a whole video.
Oh yeah, let's do our pictures.
I'm too lit to do a whole
Jay
video.
has some pictures that he wants to share with us.
Yeah, we got some photos
So,
of the week.
Photos
because
of the week, yes.
We take photos during the week.
POW. Photos.
all four-
Arbitrary Tate family members.
We're in a group
and-
chat,
yeah.
and we kind of pass along things. There was a big thing this week that the state of Alabama, I think the Alabama Library Association, is backing out of the National Library Association.
American
whatever.
Library Association.
And we started looking up some of the books that have been banned.
Not necessarily in Alabama, but just banned books overall.
Yeah.
And there was a particular children's book that was banned due to themes of death and the fact that the main characters are talking animals.
Guys,
Can anybody guess what this is?
Yeah, I'll give you guys a minute to guess what
Yeah.
book this is. This is a
Banned-
book that I read
Everybody read
Yes.
this book.
Yes.
This is a cartoon movie that I watched several times and enjoyed the hell out of it. I still get
Repeatedly.
choked up thinking about it.
Banned due to themes of death. Well, there's themes of death in everything.
Yep.
It was sad.
Well, yeah, it was
Yes.
sad.
No, it was sad.
It was
was sad.
sad. But
And the fact that the main characters are talking animals. Anybody have a guess on what this
yeah,
is?
we'll
No,
give-
you can't guess.
We'll give them a minute to kind
Yes,
of answer.
because I know it's. Oh,
Colleen
look at
wins.
Colleen! Nicely done,
They
Colleen.
banned Charlotte's Web.
5
They
points for
banned
Colleen.
Charlotte's
This
Web.
wasn't necessarily in Alabama. This was just talking about banned books across the country.
Yeah, in general.
But
But
really,
I'm curious,
Charlotte's Web.
is
like
it more
that?
for the themes of death, or is it more for the talking animals? Because if it's talking animals, then we have to take out every children's book ever almost.
I'm just saying this is
stupid.
this is how it was litigated, right?
I agree.
This is so dumb. But anyway,
They also
I couldn't even get over it.
some systems have banned the Diary of Anne Frank for saying it was too much of a bummer. I was like,
Yeah, it was like it
guys,
may
that's
cause
the fucking point.
may cause
man.
children to become depressed. I'm like,
I was like, what?
oh,
like,
come
Nazism
on,
was
people. Yeah.
a very bad
Hey,
thing.
guess what? The
y'all.
Holocaust did happen, folks. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's not wade into those dramatics, Miss Courtney.
Oh, look at Jay's meat.
Me and Cuz, well, all four of us went out to eat last weekend, but me and Cuz had this pork chop, which I swear is a foot thick. It is so huge.
Look how big Jay's meat is.
It's a very thick piece of meat. Cooked pretty well this time. I would have probably preferred it myself to be a little more done, maybe. But man, when you're cooking a big piece of meat like that, it's hard to get all the way through, huh, Miss Courtney?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to be
You gotta unhook,
patient.
You gotta unhook your jaw.
You gotta be
and,
patient and just wait and see what happens.
That's
So what's on
also-
the right there, Jay, next to your big meat?
On the right, I guess, are the French fries.
No, they are not French fries. What are they called?
Pomme de frite?
Palm frites.
Pomme frite?
Pommes
frites.
frites. And then what is in your amazing
That is the
dish?
Chipotle aioli.
No, aioli.
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 Chipotle aioli. And anyway, it was tasty as hell,
Yeah.
Blake. It was really, really good. Cassidy Pieces, that's BS to ban it.
Yep.
Miss Laney read that to our kindergarten class, and then every damn one of us bawled when we saw the movie.
That is true. Everybody cried. Everybody cried. It
The
is
idea
true.
that Anne Frank's
But
diary
you're
is banned
teaching-
because it's too much of a bummer? Like, are you kidding?
Oh, but it's
War Damn Steve has a retort.
no,
Says Old
Ravine.
Yeller is good, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's worse.
Where are you
That's
going
a
with that gun,
waterworks.
Travis?
Oh my God! Even when you watch that movie,
Ravin, I've got something. I got a
Oh
surprise for you in
no,
about 10
Ravin,
minutes.
no! Go ahead and show him. Just
Ravin
go ahead.
says, did AA have a breadstick?
Ravin.
Ravin, I've got something to show you in about 30 seconds, okay?
Oh my God.
Moving on to the next picture. This is a little something, part of my job. I get to sometimes shoot baskets inside of Neville Arena on the floor by myself.
Jay likes to play with himself.
Is me and Larry Bird this time, at least imagine in my imagination, and I beat the hell out of him. My mid-range was hot that day.
Yes.
So
Poor guy didn't know what hit him.
Corey, the assistant coach at Auburn, said, "You have nice form, man."
Oh, he's like, look at the little short guy
I said,
over
"Yeah,
here.
I was a baller back in the day." He goes, "Man, I don't know about that. But you got nice form." I was like, "Thanks."
Called
bro."
it out.
This is our HelloFresh meal that we made on Wednesday
Oh,
night.
it
I
was
think
so
it
good,
was.
y'all. It looks terrible there.
I know it doesn't necessarily look good on
looks
that picture,
awful,
but it
but-
was essentially a chicken pot pie without a pie crust.
Okay, I don't like chicken pot pie. Like, I will never order chicken pot pie. I will never make a chicken pot pie. This was really good, though. It's delicious. Get you some HelloFresh. If you need a coupon, let me know. I can send it to you.
I used to think that cooking was Courtney's job, honestly,
You did.
and now I try to cook as much as I can. And I'm
Yes,
proud
it's
of
been
myself.
very, very nice when I've had very long days to come home and dinner's almost ready.
This is our pussy.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
He's relatively new to the family. You've probably had him 2 months now, 2 or 3
Yes,
months.
he looks very, he does have definite RBF. He has RBF big time because he just always looks like he's pissed at you, but he's really sweet.
His name is Herschel, but we just call him Hershey or
Hershey Squirt.
Pussy.
Hershey Squirt. Pussy. Where's the pussy?
All right, Ravan, you ready? Me and Miss Courtney went to Olive Garden the other day in Prattville, and she had another breadstick.
I did.
Look how happy she is.
Look at how happy I am. I'm so happy to have my breadstick. And I also had my chicken scampi, y'all. It was really good.
You went all the way in with that breadstick, though. I was surprised.
did.
I
It
thought
was-
your gag reflex was going to get triggered.
No,
on that one.
that thing went all the way down the throat. We have some more comments over here, Jay.
Oh, we do? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
God. Oh, see, Cuz was answering where the pork chop was from. Thanks for picking that up, Cuz. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Revin says, damn you lucky JG. J-Dub says Big H. That's my guy because he knows who that is.
That is Big H. I know, the pink nose is what throws everything off because a cat's supposed to have a black nose.
No, Courtney, it's not. He's talking about. Wait.
He's talking about your pussy.
Oh, my pussy.
Hirsch.
There he is.
He does. He's not supposed to have a pink nose. He's supposed to have a black nose.
There he is.
Like all cats have black noses.
Big H. What a stud that is. And then Courtney with the breadstick. Of course,
Look how happy I am.
Of course, there's the real breadstick picture right there.
I was sober. I was sober.
Yes,
I hope I
Revin
was
says-
sober. It was 11 a.m.
Revin says she looks sober. Yeah.
We broke into the Olive Garden at 11 a.m.
It was actually like 11 a.m. Yeah.
It was
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday in beautiful Pratt, Vegas.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, I was so proud of myself. I made him go do a KinderCare chore in Prattville, and then when we were coming back through, I said, let's spend my gift card. But it was a little deceiving because the gift card I found in the back of the drawer at home. I was like, oh, look, I have a gift card to Olive Garden. But apparently I'd used it before because there was $11 left on it.
Oh my God.
I was like, shit.
You marketed this to me as like, hey, we're not going to pay for this.
We're not going to, well, I knew
was
we'd
like,
have to pay a little bit, but yeah, I was like, oh, she brought it back and I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't.
If you guys are ever at the Olive Garden out in Prattville, Allie, who works in the bar, is amazing. She did an amazing job, so we were really fired up about that. Blake says I still like the other picture better. Damn, Courtney.
I don't know what other picture you're talking about.
He
No
means
idea.
This one right here.
Oh,
Got him.
I'm significantly younger in that picture. That's not fair.
Cassidy B says new stories for the new generation. Old Yeller went to a different farm. E.T. gained U.S. citizenship. The new neighbors in the burbs were actually doctors after all. Making it safe.
Safe for everybody.
For the kids, yeah. E.T. did not get in the big ship and go home. He just wanted to hang out. He just wanted to hang out like us.
He did. Oh, poor E.T.
Waterfall.
Ah.
Waterfall. Colleen, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. What else? Oh, worst songs of the 80s, Miss Courtney. We got to hit those before we go, right?
Yep, but I'm going to have some old granddad
What are the
114.
worst songs of the 80s, guys?
Anybody
built
else
this
gonna
city
join
by
me with this
Starship.
little tidbit here?
Which one?
We built this city by
Well, Chris
Starship.
is definitely a fan of.
It's the grand champion of the worst song.
He is a fan of it being the worst song. Right?
Oh,
Correct.
absolutely.
We built this shitty.
Yes.
So, I do have a
Chris's
little story about this because at the time my dad loved that song.
He loved it.
Yes.
But my mom had a rule that if you sang a song while we were in the car, that she'd turn the radio off. And my brother and I hated the song. So when it would come on, we would start singing it, so mom would turn the radio off,
I like it.
and then my dad would get mad at us.
That you just cut off his song that he liked.
yes.
That's right. But yes, we did not like that song.
We built this shitty. I think most people would agree is extremely
Grand
bad.
champion. I mean, there are some pretty good runners up,
I
but
don't
that's the
know.
grand
See,
champion.
So I don't like We Built the City, but I don't hate it.
Then
What
you
is
have
Sunshine?
problems.
That's the song I was playing for you guys a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I need you to sing it.
I can't.
No,
sing
you
it
don't.
now.
But
It's so
that's not
bad.
Dino's worst song, though. That's the way I like it. Is Dino's worst song?
Oh, no.
That's the way it has to be, because that's the way
I like it. No, it's atrocious.
Hanging Tough is there's no bass in that song. Like somebody forgot the bass track. It sounds so tinny to me.
Yep.
And it's a bunch of white dudes just like,
It's
no,
the final
you're not that tough.
countdown.
If you guys haven't heard the song Sunshine by Dino, like take a listen to that
It's
on Spotify or
bad.
Apple Music. It is
What was the
ass.
one I told you that was so awful? I heard something about a playhouse. What was it?
Oh, I'm going to tear your Playhouse down.
Yes, I'm gonna tear your playhouse down. That is awful.
That was a minor hit.
It was no
But
mon-
it was
terrible.
shitty. I listened to it after you told me that.
It was terrible.
It just sounded like fingers on a chalkboard. The safety dance, which I kind of
Hey,
liked at the time.
I was going to say I take umbrage to that.
That's not the worst
I'm
song.
pro
Final
Men Without
Countdown, that's just been overplayed at NBA games
Correct.
and shit, right?
Okay, I'm sorry, but Party All the Time is not one of the worst songs because
It's terrible.
I don't care what Becky says. Becky was dancing and swinging her hair around to that song because she liked it at the time.
That's not Eddie Murphy's worst song. The "Put Your Mouth on Me"
Put Your
by
Mouth on
Eddie
Me,
Murphy
which I
is
heard recently
worse.
for the first time. I
It is
swear.
atrocious.
It's bad.
I can't believe that there's a song actually called that, but
Runner 24 says, what band sang Hangin' Tough? Luckily cannot recall that song.
NKOTB.
It goes like this, bro. Hangin' tough. Hanging tough. We're rough. Boop, 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 boop. Oh.
We're hanging tough.
Oh, God, it's horrible. New Kids on the Block, NKOTB. Horrible.
I have a couple I'd like to add.
Yeah?
Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You by Milli Vanilli.
Leave that shit alone!
Don't you touch it!
Becky, I am offended.
That's a good one.
I am raising my voice at you right now because I do not like the words that are coming from your mouth.
Okay.
D. Lucky says party all the time is a bop.
Well, When the Children Cry by White Lion.
Okay, that's a little. That's pretty ponderous.
Atrocious.
Just say anything by White Lion.
No. Little Fighter's a good song by them.
Sing that.
No.
Rise again, little fighter.
Like I said, there's nothing by them
Let
that's...
the world know the reason why.
No, sucks.
And I have also one more. The Shower Me With Your Love by Surface.
So,
Bad. It's bad.
I need a
no,
song.
I can't sing it, but I know that's a close.
Shower me with your love.
It's a
bad.
closing song. You're trying to get a bitch in bed at like 1 a.m. 1990.
Look, if you
I
hadn't
am so
if you
butthurt
hadn't
over Milli
closed-
Vanilli right now, I don't know what to say.
If you haven't closed by 1 a.m., you're not going to close.
I'm.
Jay's offended.
Well, as Joe Namath said one night, Miss America ain't walking through the door at 1
No,
a.m.
you don't got to have Miss America to close after 1 o'clock, though.
So-
My thought is, if you're not in position to close by 1:30, you probably
1:30? He's giving an extra 30 minutes.
No.
Hour.
It gives you time. It gives you until 2 to close. I don't think after 2, if you haven't gotten her.
At 2, the closing time song is playing. It's time to wrap this shit up and get yourself an Uber because it ain't happening.
Yeah, back in our day, we were getting an Uber.
Back in our day, we were stumbling our asses out to the curb and driving when we shouldn't be driving.
I think you can close in the 1 o'clock hour, but you've got to have some inertia going into the 1 o'clock hour because you can't start fresh at 1 o'clock.
Oh, look at Cassidy P. He says, at Becky.
Yep.
At Becky, Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You.
Girl,
That was
I'm
an
gonna
all
miss
skate,
you.
everybody skate kind of song. Respectfully disagree.
Skaters reverse. All skate.
I
All
love
skate.
it.
Yeah.
All skate. Is that kind of like all swim? Not the
So-
10-minute period
D.
for
Lucky says the Shower Me With Your Love is a finishing move, which I agree with.
a finishing move. That's not what he meant.
Okay, listen, I don't know. I didn't know you at the time. I bet you that song would have affected you differently at the time. I'm serious.
I don't think that's what he means by finishing move.
It is what he means, because
No.
I listen to Kenny.
Shower me with your love. I think that's what he means by the finishing move. It's a finishing move.
I mean, like a.
Okay, anyway, moving right
All right.
along.
So, a little different genre from most of these 80s songs that have been brought up, but You Say He's Just a Friend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a great song. It's not good, but.
A little trivia on that one. He did not initially intend to sing the chorus himself. He had singers that was going to be brought in to sing it, but they didn't show up. So he
So
recorded
fucking,
it
he was so
himself.
broke.
So
huh?
Biz Marquis said,
I love
"Screw it, I'll
it."
do it myself.
Do it myself.
You know,
yeah.
that's just making shit happen, right?
Yes.
See, D. Lucky said that's not what I meant. Is what he
No
meant what I said,
entendre.
not what you said.
Oh, okay.
It's always some shit with you. Like,
Oh,
about
come on,
blasphemy
D.
and all that kind of stuff.
Lucky. I know what you really meant.
Now, Corey is blaspheming the name of Patrick Swayze.
He says, "How do you not have She's Like the Wind on the worst 80s song?" That's not.
She's at the wind.
Through my tree.
She leads me to moonlight only to burn me with the sun. I always thought it was I feel your breasts on my face, which I thought was good. Which I thought was
Oh, God.
breasts, not breath.
Breath.
Breasts.
Oh,
those,
God.
The bosoms.
I feel your breast. Oh, we should do, that's what we have to do with one of these times. Our
Put your
finishing
breasts on his face?
thing is we need to talk about lyrics that we totally fucked up in the 80s because we did not know what they really were.
Solid.
We're not going to talk about it now.
D. Lucky, I'm not surprised you and I are on the same level here. He says the song sits in an incredible mood at 1 a.m. This would have been Boys to Men for us. This is maybe a year or two before we got going. But
So is this, we've come to the end of the road? And now it's all
Solid.
going to take whoever's here.
Exactly.
Because we're at the end of the road, bitch. Let's go.
are you going to sit here and pretend like you didn't put out the on bended knee? Are you seriously?
didn't-
Are you going to sit here and do that shit?
With you?
Yes!
I don't think it was with you.
We've been together since before Boys to Men came out. What the fuck?
I'm waiting to get a Belle Biv DeVoe. That girl
I
was
might have some
poison.
explaining to do.
Yeah, what the hell, man? She's Like the Wind is not a great song, but I don't think it's the worst, Corey. It sounds like you might have
It is pretty bad, though.
And Cassidy P's on my side. You take that back,
I
Corey.
have a particular problem with that song, and I should really hate that song because that was the song where I was trying to get the friendship French and struck out. Was like that song.
Oh, God.
It was a swing and a miss,
Yeah.
for sure. Her Body Close to Me. She leads me to moonlight. Oh, God, it's bad. It's a bad song, Corey. You know what? You're right, dude. That's pretty damn bad. I thought it was Breasts in My Face.
We're going to talk about bad lyrics. I've got to write that down.
Because
Because this is before you could find any shit out.
Every time
unless
you go
it was
away,
inside the cassette
you take
holder.
a piece of meat with you. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on with that.
That was me, not you. That's how we've been together too fucking long, is that you take my childhood memories and make them yours.
She's out of my league.
She's out of your
Just a
league.
fool to believe I have
I'm
anything she needs. She's on her knees.
Jay can always make bad lyrics like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. I know. The truth of the matter is that if the worst 80s song is probably some shit that never got on the radio. You know what I mean? Like it's something we don't even
we've
know.
heard some of that shit.
What do you mean?
We heard some of it. That Playhouse thing.
That was a bad song.
That was awful.
That was a bad song. It was terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. Biz Marquee, I don't know. We love Biz Marquee.
That one was so bad it was good.
It was so bad it was good.
Yes.
Yeah. And he later rapped about, I knew it was a bad party when I stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes or whatever. I don't even know what that was.
Don't think that was the real lyric, Jay.
Yeah, that actually was.
Is that what you heard when you were sitting with your ear next to the speaker? Just waiting for the song to
Otax
come
is on the next Bourbon Blend live stream karaoke.
Oh, we don't need
I'm telling
that.
you, your boy, I sang
Jay
like
will-
6 of them at
Yeah, nobody wants
at
to hear
Arrowhead,
that.
and I
Nobody
got
wants to
some
hear
panties,
that.
panties dropped.
Jeez.
Serious, dude.
They-
I was
were-
singing
were
that
they
Confederate
From the
Railroad.
over 80 crowd
I
because
sang
their
Confederate
depends fell
Railroad,
off.
and I got a pair of panties thrown at me.
Because their depends fell off.
Were they throwing the bras too? You know, just
Oh, Revenge says Jay sounds like he'll play the Catalan wine machine.
Yes!
I'm playing Billy Joel, but only after.
Only after.
Only from the 80s. Only the shit from An Innocent Man. Play the Stranger. No, man. Cassidy P said, anyone mention Mexican radio? That's a bad song.
Boomtown
Oh,
Rats.
that is a bad one.
I'm on a Mexican radio.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm on a Mexican. Whoa.
Radio.
That's a bad song. I don't know where the fuck it came from.
Boomtown Rats, isn't it?
No, they didn't sing that. Wall of Voodoo sang that.
Wall of Voodoo, thank you.
Oh, of course.
I had all the O's. It was just the wrong word.
I've been listening to the Sirius XM VJ Big 40 countdown here lately while I play FIFA at night or in the daytime or late afternoon. Wait, when the fuck is it?
Wait, morning, noon, or
Anyway,
night? Ask Jay.
When I listen to the countdowns, the 1982 countdowns are the worst because the songs are absolute shit. I literally heard a song the other day on the 82 countdown from Barbra Streisand from the Yentl soundtrack. It was in the top 40. That was dog shit. I can't believe that was on there.
1982 also gave us Joe Jackson, Steppin' Out.
That's a good song. There's some good stuff. But
Hey, Jay, Cassidy P says, AA, that the geriatric panties are still panties. Not if they are depends. Because that probably means there's something else
that
in
girl
them.
wasn't that old that was dropping panties. Corey says, I'm still not sure what Stevie was saying in Edge of 17, just like the one we love.
It's like
I'm
Winger.
not sure I really processed that song that deeply. Yeah. Raven says we don't need to get flagged
Oh,
for
yeah,
copyright.
because of the amazing voices that we
No, I
have
think
here.
he
It's
meant, like,
definitely.
If we were doing karaoke, we'd be
True.
in trouble for that, I
Yes,
guess.
that is true.
We're up
Well,
to,
it doesn't really matter because we're not monetizing anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So it doesn't matter.
we're down to 14,000 viewers. It's just disappointing.
My singing, I apologize.
Well,
Well,
all right. Any other worst songs of the 80s before we wrap this stuff up?
would you say shit?
I said stuff up.
Courtney, why do you talk so dirty like that, mouthy?
Because I'm married to you.
so earlier.
Yes?
We were listening to Sirius XM, To All the Girls I Loved Before. You know,
Yes.
Horrible song.
All the girls I've loved before.
There was a song
You
called
tell-
To All the Girls We Loved Before. It was a duet between two guys, of all fucking things. Willie Nelson and Julio Iglesias.
Because they're showing off as to which one had more girls they had loved before.
I'm guessing Julio did because I know for a fact he betted Diana Ross. And I'm fucking proud of him too. She was hot as shit.
Well,
No argument.
I saw her on the USA for Africa thing, and I'm telling you, she looked good.
I have no doubt about that. No doubt.
She wore a big ass sweatshirt, and I bet you under those sweatshirt was something that you could
Some sweater meat.
do something with.
Sweater
you know what I'm
puppies.
saying? Blake says, "Wake me up before you go go." That is a bad song. That is a bad song.
Do the jitterbug.
I mean, it works well with Becky's coffee in the morning.
Corey. Now this is where I get pissed off. Corey says, "Any Wham song?"
Oh, Corey, you trying to start fights up in here?
Hey man, I'm not trying to defend Wham, but Everything She Wants is a great song. That's a really good song, and also Freedom '85 or Freedom. It's a good song. Wham rap is dog shit, and I don't like Wake Me Up Before You Go Go either. But I did not understand. Like I was 12 when that came out, and he had colored hair, and he had the fucking lipstick on and shit, like the neon lipstick. I thought he was doing that to get girls, man.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was.
I don't think he was. Cassidy P says Wham is my jam. Wham, jam. Cassidy P is the man. You know the other guy's straight as hell though. He was banging. Yeah, he did good for himself.
Andrew Ridgely?
Yeah, Andrew Ridgely. He was banging the chick from Bananarama. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh no, Blake Arson bringing up Boy George. I'd rather not get too deep into that one now. That gets a little bit.
I have to wrap that one up.
Let's see.
Right.
Oh, Toolman says Diana Ross definitely could get it in that documentary. She looked
She
good
could
as
get
hell.
it
I was,
in that documentary.
What do you mean she could get it? What does
She
that
could
mean?
get it. That means
Means that she could
she would. Yeah,
take what I was giving her?
yeah. She could get it.
She looked hot. All right, are you good?
About time to wrap it up, Jay.
Do we have any new business, old business? We gonna wrap it up there?
We do not have to vote on anything at this meeting.
This juncture.
agenda.
All right, guys. Well, we had a hell of a show today on Thursday, February the 1st of 2024.
It is February 1st. You know what tomorrow is, Jay?
February 2nd.
What happens on February 2nd every year, Jay?
Come
Come on, Jay. You've got this. You've got this, Jay. Come on. You've got this.
Blowjob
It happens in Pennsylvania every year.
Oh, it's the hedgehog's gonna come out.
What's his name?
Puxatawny
Phil.
Phil.
Very close.
Puck Swanksony Phil.
Very close.
Puxatawny
Yes.
Phil.
So is he going to? We need to find out. What do you think he's going to do, Jay?
He's gonna take a shit.
Is he going to see his shadow or not?
Whatever it is, it gets us better warm weather, then I'm for it.
So which is that?
I don't know. Give a fuck.
Becky, is he going to see his shadow or not?
So if he sees his shadow, we have 6 more weeks of winter.
Yes, I believe so.
I'm pro not more winter.
Okay.
I would prefer that.
So no shadow tomorrow for
No
you.
shadow.
Cuz, what's the weather forecast in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? I don't know where in Pennsylvania. But
No shadow.
No
no
shadow.
shadow. You say no
Okay.
shadow? I'm going with shadow. Sorry.
Cassidy Pieces, be where your feet are, fam. That is
Yes.
outstanding advice, sir.
Yes.
And also, don't let your seat dictate your service. That's what Carnell said.
What does that mean?
He said, my seat don't dictate my service.
I don't know what
That means I don't care how high I get up in the organization. I'm still going to be who I am, and I'm going to help people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to be where my feet are first.
I would rather you be where your feet are. I'm going to do that, too. I think I've been better about that lately.
So I'm going to go put my feet in the bed.
Colleen, if you're still with us, we drank way too much. We probably should have stopped at 2 or 3 of those, but Courtney insisted we
Nope.
keep going. And
You're the one that drank the 114.
As
why are
she
you putting this
glugs
shit
it
on
down.
me? Jeez. All right, guys. We'll check y'all next week. We're going to be almost on vacation next week when we do the show, but we'll still do the show, of course. And what are we going to do next week, Courtney?
TBD.
We will to be determined.
We'll be drinking though.
We will
Pretty
be
sure
drinking.
about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Let's make great decisions. Be where your feet are.
Ballers hydrate.
Ballers hydrate.
Cheers.
And cheers. Peace, y'all. Love you guys.